this way. If Dave came in here and said that I took $13,000 from him when I contracted to get less, then all of a sudden you go, oh, geez, seems like there's problems here,
I mean, I'm not going to.
I'm saying
I'm saying some issues where you get, some crooked politicians in and stuff that jack up and are finding ways to funnel money into their pockets by giving themselves their own increases and stuff. Our state legislators, they could easily vote themselves in for a pay raise right now.
Right.
Would that make sense? No, now we're in a budget crisis right now.
Right.
And yeah, it would raise the state. But coming to me is the wrong person to come to get anything answered like this here. This is not my jurisdiction. I have nothing to do with Zion Township. If I were you, I'd be going to your township supervisors and start finding out some answers from them.
Okay.
Why is she getting paid $13,000? Compared to these other ones that are getting paid a lot less. That's where you need to go.
Okay, well,
not me. I have nothing to do with Zion Township or anything at all. So.
Well, I have got nothing out of them, and I've been sending these out for 2 months now, and it's like, and if this is an example of the apathy of the United States, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. No, I agree that this seems really out of proportion compared to the other ones that are there. Definitely. I'm not sure. Okay, our township clerk is paid $6,700. I guess I don't know what numbers are on the papers that they have up there right now, or what you're even looking at here, even.
Well, he got the numbers from the township boards there.
Okay.
So it's not like he's making these up. So
I'm not a resident of Paynesville Township per se, as far as a voting person up there at all, but I attend the meetings occasionally, and we have the contract for law enforcement with them, and it's be clear at that too and stuff. We get a contract, they pay us $35,000 a year roughly for law enforcement services. Cold Spring, I think they get paid, I'm guessing about $60,000 from whatever township it is that they serve. There's a big disparity there. Why? That's the contract they came up with.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if no one holds them accountable, if no one questions the numbers, then all sorts of things get away with.
And that's where your voting power comes into play. You don't like it, get your voting members out there and vote them out of office. And get some ones that you think can change it and get that reduced. That's what your plan of action needs to be. Coming here and stuff and trying to impress me with 2 cameras and stuff and put me in a spot does nothing. That just aggravates more people yet.
Well, I don't care if it aggravates anyone, actually. Because the thing is, you pay taxes in this county, and you can keep that.
I have no use for it, so.
Okay. And then here are the numbers here. You can keep those. Seeing so you say you live in this township or this county, so you might as well see what's going on.
Again, I can't disagree with $6,700 for our clerk for the work that she does up there. He does, and so be it. But I guess, like I said, the place to go is your township supervisors, and if you don't like it, get your people together on that petition out there and vote. That's the best way to do it. Educate them and get them out there to vote. Get them out there. Get some mentor that you can trust to get into that office.
Oh, we are educating them.
They're the ones that set the rate that they're going to get paid.
Yeah, I know, but nobody. So there's no concern.
But those people you have those names on there right now, they don't have any concern.
Nothing.
No one's responded back.
Nothing. You would think. I received 10 at first. I went through 10 of them, and I had nothing. I thought, well, gosh, well, maybe another 10, and then come the next board meeting. Well, there'd be a groundswell of people there. Nothing. And that's when I started. That's when I started this list. I just went, who did I send? And after that, it was just like, how many more would it take? And then I got the plat book out, and just going through a list of people that own tracts of land in Zion Township that are affected by the taxes and so forth. And I contacted them too, and I wrote that to them. Nothing. And I, gee, there's got to be a different channel to do something here, because if the people don't care, well, it could have been a misprint of 113,000. Would there have been any? Well,
tell them about the letter that that guy got.
And okay. Oh, and again, and then the clerk wrote a letter to Ken Sheffers and Donnie Thomas. See, these numbers come from Donnie Thomas. It was his wife. It was his wife that looked through these expenditures, the expenditures at the township meeting, annual township meeting, and she called Don over. She has a brother in Farming Township. That's why Farming Township is involved in this, because Helen's brother is as a supervisor for Farming Township. So they looked through that, and the following morning, Don calls up a supervisor from Spring Hill Township and runs off a few numbers, and he's, holy freeze, it can't be. He said, sure is. So he called Lake Henry Township. It is. Well, what are you gonna? So he got the numbers from Spring Hill Township, Farming Township, Paynesville. He talked with the clerk of Paynesville Township, so forth, and he compiled the numbers. And he sat on it. And then we had a meeting at the wishing well pertaining to the wind turbines coming in and so forth. And then Ken Sheffers threw one of those sheets at me and said, here, Lauer, take a look at this. And I looked, I said, 13,000. And then I said, well, where'd you get these? And he said, Don Thomas. So a week later, I called Don Thomas and I asked him, can I make some copies of that and send it out to a few people? And he said, well, okay, it's fine. And at the same time, Don and Ken Sheffers had helped with it, but Don Thomas is the one that compiled the vast majority of the numbers. And he sat on these numbers and he wasn't going to do a thing about it. And I was just like, So he gave me 10. And so I started sending them out and so forth. And it was maybe a month later, and we had a message on our telephone. It was Ken Sheffers, and did you get a letter too? That was it, Ken Sheffers. So I called him back up, and what are you talking about? It was Carolyn Reek, the clerk for Zion Township, that had wrote a letter to both Ken Sheffers and Don Thomas. And I saw Don, I went over to Don Thomas, and he had one of his kids go in the house and bring it out and so forth. And this was a letter of how she wrote as to how all these trivial things were being brought up could have been thrown into a gunny sack, and the gunny sack could have been thrown away. And that there's a possibility of a lawsuit. And I asked Don, well, what's your response? Are you going to do anything at all? He said, no, lay low, nothing. Case in point, the apathy of Zion Township.
Yeah, but there was another guy get a letter too.
Yeah, and Ken Sheffers got the same thing. Nothing.
But have you gotten a letter?
No, I have not received anything.
But we're the ones who I dropped off the numbers on May 9th at the county attorney's office. See? Because they know that Dave and I push things. See? We show up at places and ask embarrassing questions with cameras, which of course upsets a lot of people, which I don't care in the slightest. But see, the thing is, that's why our little old Randy Streipels, didn't want to talk on camera. See? Calls the cops on us. Of course, that's misconduct to a public officer right there. And also, then we tried to get the oath of office from this guy here from your recorder's office. So when we go in there and ask for that, which are public records, okay? And after the deputy clerk says that they are not in her records, all right? She goes back and I said, well, I need to have this in writing, that they do not exist. Because if they don't have their oath in there, pursuant to the statute, it says they're impersonating officers. So, why are they running around, impersonating officers if they don't have their oath filed in there? Okay? I got the statute here if you want to look at it. Anyhow, so she tunnels off to the recorder's office, and because I said I need the recorder to come out here and create a document that says that these oaths are not here for this John Lentz, all right, who's the lieutenant for this Stearns County Sheriff's Department. All right? She goes in there, sits in there for like 10 minutes. All of a sudden, a deputy shows up. This one right here, Breath, who was following us all the way around after we were thrown out of the auditor's office here. Here they're following us. This is in the county attorney's office. Okay? So they're supposedly escorting or observing. They weren't escorting us, they were observing. See? So look at all the people that come in. They're going, what the hell is going on here? One lady, this guy works in the office, I presume, because he had a passkey to get into the county attorney's office. Here's another guy, he's going, what the heck? here's the guy who was in the elevator with us going, what the hell are these cops following these guys around with? See? And here they are right here, preventing Dave from getting behind him, and here's two other people right here, you know, looking, going, what's going on with these two guys that, you know, the cops are following around all everywhere. See? So again, and here's the county attorney, the assistant county attorney, hiding behind a piece of paper. See? Because we had cameras in there. Because I had brought them this information the time before. See? So no one wants to know anything about what's going on in the county. But anyhow, let me finish. So they call the cops on us, and then the recorder hides in her office for the rest of the time because obviously Deputy Breath told her that they can't throw us out because they got in trouble the last time, and they don't want to be caught on camera the next time because he told us. Because I asked him, have you watched my videos? Oh yeah, I have to admit, I did watch them. So they're watching my YouTube channel, Arrested Judge Kit. So they know that I'm on their trail. So anyhow, she hidden there for an hour, 53 minutes or something like that, until we finally got sick and tired of waiting there. All right. So then I show up yesterday again, alrighty, to prove to them that I'm not going to go away about this deal. And here's a complaint I filed with the county attorney's office. See, dated May 31st. That's when I was there yesterday, or the day before. Or no, it was a month ago, whatever. Okay, so I was there yesterday. Alrighty. Talking to this same deputy recorder right there. Or I said I saw her there. I mean, I didn't talk to her. But I said, this is the one that I talked to the last time. I want the information that's supposed to be in the records. I want the county recorder to come out and verify it. Put it in writing. Okay? So after about a half hour of wasting my time, she finally comes storming out of there with a real pissy attitude and admits to me that she does not have the oath of office in her records. Okay? Now, why didn't she just do that at the very beginning? She could have said, sorry, I don't have it. I'll gladly put it in writing. But she doesn't want to explain, I was trying to get her to explain, why she sent the cops after us. Why is this, why is she trying to criminally defame us by having these cops hanging around and make us look like we're public enemy number one? See? So, that's what kind of stuff that goes on in your county that I'm sure you don't want to know about. See? And that's why, you don't really care about these numbers here. You want us to do some voting thing, which is completely ridiculous. So, because, you take it to these authorities and they don't do anything. Because the county attorney is officially a police officer by law. We're taking her this information. And again, I had cops harassing me in the lobby, Dave and I. She sat there and did nothing. Okay? That's nonfeasance. Okay? Obviously she's conspiring with these people to defame me. Because the lieutenant was in behind the glass wall when we walked in there, so.
Okay, I guess, I'm not sure what your complaint is here. Is it this year numbers here, or is it?
Well, like I said, I already filed this complaint yesterday.
Okay.
With the police up in St. Cloud. See, the thing is, I'm just trying to put things into context. So you say, go through the system. We did go through the system. The system doesn't want to know about it. See?
Okay.
You want to put it off to a vote for sometime in the long future. That's the auditor wanted to do, the recorder wanted to do, county attorney wanted to do, the sheriff wants to do. See?
Okay, then I guess my next thing I would suggest doing is going through the Attorney General's office, state of Minnesota.
Okay?
That's where I'd go to. And see if they get some answers with this. That's where you need to go to at this point. If you already talked to your township supervisors, and they're not doing anything with it,